HS here doesn't designate a super fast rail route, but MG's largest SUV, which is offered in both conventionally engined and plug-in PHEV forms, and here features now smarter exterior styling, an updated cabin, and a PHEV model with a larger battery. As before, it's one of the most spacious mid-sized SUVs you could choose, yet it retails for thousands less than you'd pay for comparably shaped rivals. The usual MG formula, in other words, backed up by the normal lengthy brand warranty.
The HS is the largest and most sophisticated MG we've seen. Here, we're going to look at the third version of this car, MG launched here in mid-2024. MG is one of the market's fastest growing brands, with many of its sales still being of its compact ZS SUV. This HS model was launched here in 2019 to slot in above that car, enabling the brand to hold on to family buyers who might have outgrown its smaller models, and to target new customers who previously would never have considered MG in this segment. These people are going to want a higher standard of luxury and sophistication than anything the brand has previously offered. And the HS range sets out to provide just that, updated in early 2023, then again in mid-2024 to create the car we're going to look at here. To find out more, you're going to need the usual comprehensive car and driving road test. As before, the mainstream engine is a 1.5 litre four-cylinder turbo petrol unit, uprated in this improved model to new generation form, which means total output rises by 7 PS to 169. And with the manual model, the 0 to 62 mile an hour time improves fractionally to 9.4 seconds. As before, the top speed is 118 miles an hour, and customers have the choice of either a 6-speed manual or 7-speed DCT auto gearbox, which on top versions can also be manually controlled using the steering wheel mounted paddles. DCT versions also feature a series of drive modes, including Eco, Normal, Sport, and a driver customizable option. A steering wheel mounted Super Sport button allows the driver to quickly engage Sport mode, and it also illuminates the interior's red ambient lighting. The 1.5T Auto model's performance stats are 0 to 62 miles an hour in 9.6 seconds en route to 121 miles an hour. So what's it like on the road? Well, as before, there's a gruff engine note under acceleration, but things settle down at cruising speeds. MG has decided that the HS should have a choice of 3 steering settings, ranging from comfort to sport, but even in sport, it's not particularly feelsome. If enjoying a return from the school run on your favourite secondary roads is a priority, then something in this class like a Nissan Qashqai will suit you better. Some rivals ride better and roll less through the corners too, but MG has clearly worked on this, and in this improved form, the drive dynamics will probably be quite satisfactory for most potential customers. You might worry about a petrol engine's relative lack of torque being insufficient for towing duties. Well, this MG's unit develops 275 newton meters of pulling power, enough to allow it to tug along a braked trailer of up to 1,750 kilograms in weight, which should be enough for owners to haul medium-sized trailers, caravans or boats. Because this is a front-driven only model, you shouldn't expect to be able to engage in any serious off-road shenanigans. The relatively restricted ground clearance doesn't allow for that anyway. And you shouldn't expect ride and handling to be cutting edge either, though typical family buyers will probably be quite satisfied. As before, the alternative power plant is a PHEV. And also as before, MG's plug-in hybrid unit is based around the ordinary HS model's turbocharged 1.5 litre four-cylinder petrol engine. But the previous rather small 16.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack paired with this unit has been replaced by a much larger 24.7 kilowatt-hour battery, which in concert with a high-efficiency 67 kilowatt generator delivers an electric driving range of up to 75 miles, a massive 43 miles further than before. And pretty impressive given that at the time of our film, pricier PHEV rivals in this segment, like plug-in hybrid versions of the Ford Kuga, the Hyundai Tucson and the Kia Sportage, were offering under 45 miles between charges. The PHEV powertrain with its 6-speed DCT auto gearbox combines the 142 PS 1.5 litre engine with a 210 PS electric motor, up from 123 PS before, allowing for a total output of 299 PS and a torque figure of 350 Newton meters. There's a 0 to 62 mile an hour time of 6.8 seconds en route to 105 miles an hour. These performance stats much the same as before, thanks to the bigger battery's greater weight. This revised HS looks quite a bit sleeker than before, courtesy of a more striking front grille and restyled full LED headlights. From the side, you'll notice shorter overhangs, a rising shoulder line and a slim glasshouse. Compared to the outgoing model, this updated HS is 14mm wider at 1,890 and 45mm longer at 4,655 or 4,670mm for this PHEV model. Yet its sleeker profile reduces its overall height by some 30mm. You expect plenty of metal for your money from an MG and you'll not be disappointed here. Don't be put off by the fact that an HS isn't much cheaper than, say, a Nissan Qashqai. It's quite a lot bigger than one of those, though there are still only 5 seats. The main change here at the front end is the move of the MG badge from the centre of the grille to the bonnet, that logo getting a more flattened look. At the rear, echoing the design of the headlights, the LED tail lights are linked by a central motif, while an X shape introduces a recognisable light signature at night. Let's take a look inside. With the first HS update, MG didn't do much to change the cabin, but it has here, adding 2 prominent 12.3-inch high-definition displays. It certainly doesn't feel as budget brand-like as earlier HS models did. There are now more high-quality soft-touch materials than you'd expect for the money being asked, and not much button clutter. The seats could be a little more supportive, and the indicator stalks still feel a bit plasticky, but that's about it on the debit side. Through the wheel, you view a virtual driver instrument display that offers 2 themes, light and dark, and 3 distinct modes, map, digital and ADAS. Each offers its own unique layout, focusing on either a rolling navigation display, a simplified summary of only the most important driving information, or a real-time visualization of the vehicle and its surroundings, powered by the driver assistance systems. The other dashboard screen, the central display, is of course dedicated to infotainment with live navigation services, including weather, live traffic updates, access to Amazon Music and smartphone connectivity via both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The top trophy model also benefits from a 360-degree surround view camera and wireless smartphone charging as standard. Okie dokie, let's take a look at the rear, where, thanks to this updated model's 45mm wheelbase length increase, MG claims that the interior space is class-leading. Well, there's certainly now vastly more space than you'd get in smaller mid-sized SUVs like a Qashqai or an Attica. The HS is now more comparable to larger mid-sized models in the segment like Volkswagen's Tiguan or Ford's Kuga. As a result, it's now possible to fit 3 adults here, which is unusual in this class, and headroom's good as well. Out back, with both powertrain options, there's a decently sized 507-litre boot. That's 44 litres bigger than before. That capacity measured up to the window line. That's about mid-level in size by segment standards. A Ford Kuga has just 412 litres, but a Hyundai Tucson offers 620. Flatten the seat backs and the capacity figure rises to 1,484 litres. As we filmed in early 2025, pricing for this HS in conventionally engined 1.5 litre form was pitched in the £25,000 to £27,500 bracket. Automatic transmission requires a £1,500 premium over the manual, and pricing from launch started from around £31,500 for this plug-in hybrid version. Either way, that's good value, even if your point of comparison is merely a volume family hatch-based model like a Nissan Qashqai or a Seat Attica. But the HS is sized and priced to compete more with slightly bigger, more complete mid-sized SUVs like Volkswagen's Tiguan, Mazda's CX-5, Ford's Kuga and Honda's CR-V. Opt for this MG and you're looking at a like-for-like saving of up to £6,000 over something like that. On the mainstream model, just one single 1.5 litre petrol engine is offered, but as we said, there's a DCT automatic option. Whatever kind of MG HS you choose, there's a choice of two levels of trim, SE or Trophy. Even base SE spec gives you full LED headlights with front and rear sequential indicators, alongside air conditioning, satellite navigation, a rear parking camera with sensors, rain-sensing wipers, keyless entry and a leather steering wheel. The plusher Trophy specification also includes 19-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels, leather upholstery, heated front seats, dual-zone climate control, ambient interior lighting, rear privacy glass, front fog lights, a powered tailgate and an upgraded 6-speaker audio system. There are just 5 available colours: black, white, grey, silver and red. All models in the range benefit from an enhanced MG Pilot package with active emergency braking with pedestrian and bicycle detection, lane keep assist with lane departure warning system, blind spot detection with lane change assist, forward collision warning, rear cross traffic alert and door open warning as standard. DCT models also include adaptive cruise control, traffic jam assist and intelligent speed limit assist. There's also a driver awareness monitor which uses a camera on the A-pillar to track your eye movements. To be frank, we found that rather overreactive. Take your eyes off the road, even for a moment, sometimes for quite legitimate things like looking back to reverse, and it will roundly admonish you. We didn't expect the HS to deliver class-leading efficiency stats, and in its conventional form it doesn't. It gets pretty close to the class standard though. The 1.5 litre petrol manual manages a combined WLTP cycle figure of 37.2 mpg and a WLTP rated CO2 emissions figure of 168 grams per kilometre. For the DCT also, the figures are 38.3 mpg and 173 grams per kilometre. All these figures are fractionally better than before, and they mean that this car could return up to 400 miles from every tank, though you'll need to restrain your right foot a bit to get close to that figure. What about this PHEV version? Well, as I told you in our driving section, MG reckons this variant's now larger, 24.7 kilowatt-hour HS PHEV variant will deliver a WLTP rated combined all-electric range of up to 75 miles. This plug-in hybrid can claim the usual PHEV fantasy figure, combined cycle fuel reading, in this case rated at up to 565 mpg. In reality, you'll probably get economy close to what you'd have previously had in this segment at the wheel of a good diesel. The tax-beating claimed CO2 return is up to 12 grams per kilometre, which puts the car in a very affordable 5% benefit-in-kind tax band. Charging time via a 7 kilowatt wall box is 4 hours for full replenishment. What about other HS running cost issues? Well, all versions of this MG still come with an impressive 7-year or 80,000 mile warranty as standard, which is better than most rival brands can offer. You might be aware that rival Kia offers a 7-year 100,000 mile package, but MG still reckons its deal is preferable because it's backed by full factory support throughout, whereas direct manufacturer support for rival warranties declines the longer they go on. In many cases, they don't go on too long, Many competitors still limit you to a 3-year backup package. A few offer 5 years. MG does better. This is the brand putting its money where its mouth is. The warranty is fully transferable to future owners. Additionally, there's a 6-year factory warranty against rust, while a year's breakdown cover's also included as part of the deal. The MG dealer network is growing all the time. The brand expects to shortly have 120 outlets in the UK. At those outlets, a full digital service record of checks and maintenance provides the customer with complete transparency and full access to the service history of their vehicle. If you previously looked at the kind of spacious mid to large sized SUV your family needs, then looked away when you've seen the asking prices, then this MG HS is for you. It's certainly the case that the cabin finishing still isn't quite of the standard you'd find with more established brands, and the same is true of the base 1.5T model's efficiency figures and the handling. But there's not as much in it as you might think, and the potential list price savings here are substantial. If that matters, then we think you'll find plenty to like about this HS, particularly in this updated form. It's practical, well equipped, and even quite nice to look at. You'll just have to get used to explaining to your neighbours what it is.